Oh my God. Are we twinning right now, Vance?
I mean, I don't see any other reason for us both to be coming back after a pandemic.
Are you wearing a members only jacket?
It is a members only.
Yes, it is like, a members only jacket. We're both wearing black. Okay, for those watching, we did not do this on purpose. The jackets maybe, but the shirts, no.
Oh, I got look at that. Boom.
Exploding barbed wire. Don't get me started.
6 stars. 6 stars.
Taking the jacket off, man. Taking the jacket off.
I can't. You can't have guns in this house.
Okay, so Vance, it's been almost a year, you realize?
It's been over a year, Cruz, and I came prepared. Look at that.
What do you mean?
Look at that. Oh, no. How do I show you this? Oh, everything sucks.
The problems with not having...
there it is. A little BTS for you.
Wait, scoot it to scotch so we can actually see who's on the bottle.
Oh!
That would be the former Les Champions.
Former Les Champions, always Les Champions. I just broke this.
So those that are listening and can't see, and if you're not watching, I don't know why you're not. Literally shoot on over to our YouTube channel.
I look so much better than last year.
Me too, kind of.
I have to say, Cruz, I'm loving the green. Now we can't use green screens because of your hair, but we can work around this.
There's ways to work around everything. Vance is literally, as I was saying, describing to those that are listening and not watching.
Yes. Yes.
Going over tv.com for our YouTube channel. Vance is popping a literal bottle of champagne that has Chris Jericho on the bottle.
It's a little bit of the bubbly.
It's a little bit of the bubbly.
Explode. Oh.
Do you not know how to open? Oh, my years of working in bottle service, man. I could open that thing.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Man.
To us.
All right. Well, you know what? Here. To us, Vance.
Look at
this.
Santé,
as they say in français.
Oh, shit. I'm terrible at this. Okay. Oh, and it's a bit of the bubbly.
Little bit of the bubbly. Cheers, man. Vance, I know it's been a very long time. This is our return. Okay.
It has.
Somewhat. And cheers, man.
Wow.
I wish I could taste that.
Makes a fine sparkling champagne.
Is it? Yeah. Is it really that good?
It's actually, I gotta say, it's a really good champagne.
So Vance,
yes.
We've been gone for a very long time. It seems like
too long.
Longer than a year, really. And it hasn't even been a full year yet. A lot of people occasionally will comment or message me or email me even. People have called into my radio show and asked about it. And I know you have also received messages from people asking about what happened with the podcast. Am I right?
Dude, I had no idea that Going Over Universe still remembered me. I would get
Everybody loves you. What are you talking about?
I don't know what the hell's going on. I get messages at least 3 to 4 times a week saying hey, when are you and Cruz going to do the next podcast?
Constantly.
And I've been responding to everybody. And know me, I always give them the fucking truth.
I don't tell people because, right from the beginning, I told people, we're on a hiatus. Even when I joined the stable over at Wrestle Fetish, formerly Store Horseman.
When you jump ship to WCW.
I legitimately told people,
now
I was
you're recruiting.
No. Shut up. I literally, where's my pants? Where's my pants with your girl on it? Speaking of, we'll get to that in a second. I legitimately told people that no, Going Over is just on a hiatus because you and I, people already knew this. You and I, we used to live together. For those that are probably brand new listening to this, you and I used to live together. We had a different podcast that eventually rebranded itself into a wrestling podcast, which is Going Over. Yeah. And then you moved back home to the East Coast, back to Boston. And, our schedules were just kind of not working. And, I was working I got really busy. You got really busy basically. So True. Vance, just to kind of bring people up to speed, what have you been up to, man?
Well, first of all, I'm vaccinated. So I felt like it was safe to do this again. But
I got certificate. No, I'm just kidding. Where's that bubbly? Where's that bubbly? Cheers.
I
Cheers.
know. Salud.
Cheers.
I'm actually getting married next month.
Man.
She's amazing. She puts up with all of my shit for some reason.
And she's fucking adorable, by the way.
And she loves wrestling.
You've taken to her show, no? No, she does not love wrestling. Okay.
I took her to a show. We went to a Raw. We saw the pyro.
What did she think? Did you guys stay for the whole thing?
She was like, "This, I don't understand why you stand up when they're talking and sit down when they're wrestling. It doesn't make any sense to me. None of this makes any sense. Why is that man in a bathrobe?"
But you know what, though, dude? Congratulations. I know I've told you before, but I'm going to say it here on the record. You know, congrats. I'm so happy for you. It feels like you and I, Vance, dare I say it? It feels like you and I
we grew up
a little bit.
We fucking grew up, Cruz.
Like, I don't even remember the last time I had any whiskey.
This champagne's giving me gas. I'm not going to lie. I don't drink
okay,
that much
all righty. Totally went to a different direction. So you're engaged, you're working out, you
bought a house.
You bought a house again.
I'm
congratulations.
a homeowner. It's terrible.
Well, no, like I said, we've both grown up. Me, on the other hand, okay, I'm going on 3 years with the Hulk, and
that's why your hair's turning green.
Actually, this is true.
You're filling up.
I'm like, I've been working out too, man. So you know, I'm working on them She-Hulk games.
Dude. You look like you're NXT ready.
Hell yeah. You know, because Shotzi, whole other topic. But seriously, you know, you're getting married. You're doing the damn family thing. Meanwhile, I went back to school, Vance.
Who would have thunk?
I never thought in 18 years, because that's the last time I went to college. Okay. Never thought that when I dropped out of college 18 years ago that I would be back in it.
Cruz,
so
if 18 years ago you told me I was getting married and like live in a house, I'd be like, you're crazy, and here's some more mushrooms. Like, it was never possible. We have become such adults that, dare I say, this might be the perfect podcast. Let's do it while you're dropping off your kids.
And if you like wrestling.
Yeah, you have to like wrestling or you're gonna not.
Because I mean, why else would you be listening, right? So yeah, man, like it seems like you and I, even though we haven't done the podcast in a while, you know, we've been doing our own thing. Lots of good things have been happening for the both of us. And you know, I think the Going Over universe needed to know what we've been up to. That's where we've been, but we're back because Wrestlemania weekend just passed. And we thought it would be the most appropriate time to bring back or make a comeback, bigger comeback than Edge.
Bigger comeback than Edge, better comeback than Daniel Bryan, but maybe not as good as Samoa Joe's future comeback.
Oh my God. Did you just say future comeback? We're going ahead of ourselves here.
I don't know. I'm just jumping ahead, but you know, I'm staring at a picture of Samoa Joe. What do you want me to tell you? So, no, dude, it's kind of crazy how we have kind of transformed, even between like advanced cruise control to here. Like, we were just a couple of crazy kids making little videos for the interwebs.
And that was a lot of fun. That was
a ton of fun.
That's the one thing I miss about us living together, or at least being in the same zip code, man, because now you're across the country. It's kind of hard. Was making those videos for Advanced Cruise Control where we would review movies and do like little snippets and parodies of the movies that we reviewed. That was like the best thing ever, dude.
They're still on YouTube's. I checked.
Goingovertv.com.
Yep.
They're still there.
You can see us doing Blade Runner. Do you remember
how
hard
that was? My favorite
was?
one, actually. Blade Runner was my favorite.
It was raining. It was terribly.
Dude, it was perfect. It was thematic.
It was very traumatic. It was traumatic. It was traumatic.
Thematic, you nerd.
Oh, thematic. Fuck you, school kid. Using all the big words. All right, I see where this podcast is going. Well, why don't we thematically talk about what the themes
is the word you're looking for
of the podcast, which is America's pastime, professional wrestling.
America's pastime, huh? I'll take it.
So.
I mean, I'll take it because who likes baseball anyways?
Baseball's terrible.
I'm not a fan.
That's like the one sport where it's like, and I'll bet there's a ton of like Dodgers fans and a ton of like Red Sox fans who listen or watch, and they're like, fuck this guy. He's an idiot. He doesn't even like real sports. And to them, I would say, let me see fucking who plays anymore. I don't even know who plays baseball. Who plays baseball?
Doesn't even matter, dude.
Pedro Martinez, does he still play?
I don't even know who that is.
But can Pedro Martinez do a fucking
Pedro Martinez
poison Rana?
Listen, man.
Or
every time people ask me for Ask
Press?
Annie on my radio show, and one of the main questions that I get is, do you watch any sports, or what's your favorite sport? And I'm like, the only kind of sports that I watch are bloody violent ones. Okay.
Yeah. With predetermined outcomes.
Also, yes. But you know what? It's interesting because I feel like the last time we did a podcast, we talked about a pay-per-view as well. And gotta tell you, Vance, last year, you know, with all that was going on in WWE, you know, I kind of slowly lost interest in the product.
You and me both.
And kind of fell off the loop for about 6 months. Literally for about 6 months. Because now that I think about it, you know, the last podcast we did was June. And it was like, that was around the time that I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. But I'm back. I've since been back. You know,
now, were you done with wrestling, or were you just watching other products? Or
I was watching AEW primarily and NXT, because NXT always delivers, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was like Raw and SmackDown. Not to be a negative Nancy here, but you know, it was just kind of like
it was the same old thing.
I remember exactly when I stopped watching. It was when they wouldn't knock it off with the cuckold storyline between Lana
Bobby Lashley.
Like, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, man. That was about my last straw for me. But I'm back. I'm back to watching. You know, I still, my focal point is always going to be NXT and AEW. With, you know, the occasional SmackDown, Raw, where I kind of just have it playing in the background. You know what I mean? Because there's so much wrestling now. You know, they moved NXT to Tuesdays, dude. So now it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you watch Impact, Thursday. You know what I mean? So it's like there's so much fucking wrestling now that it's like, if I know that Raw is going to suck, this is just an example for, you know, in case anybody wants to hate on me saying that. But, you know, for example, if I know that Raw is going to suck, because sometimes I see spoilers because I'm on the East Coast or West Coast. You know what I mean?
True.
I'll just play it in the background while I'm doing my homework, because I have a lot of fucking homework. So I'm like, what better way to pass the time of doing homework than having Monday Night Raw playing in the background? But you know, I'm kind of back in the mix of things. I know what's going on now, but since the beginning of the new year, anyways. What about you, dude? Because I feel like you kind of stopped watching the product as well, no? Except for like AEW and...
I was just watching AEW for a while.
So not even NXT.
The Bobby Lashley time.
So we kind of...
War Games, I jumped back in.
Okay.
You know, I love the Pat McAfee stuff. In fact, I'm kind of going to start watching SmackDown maybe tonight. Because Pat McAfee's now the commentator.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I see them kind of trying to change things. I thought WrestleMania was great.
You know, surprisingly, I'm not going to lie. I never said this to anybody, but I really had low expectations, you know?
Well, dude, last year's.
Well, because I mean, you know, the pandemic. Last year, in their defense, last year, the pandemic happened, and then they were forced to be like, okay, we can't be doing what we're, you know, planning to do. But
although that pirate opening was pretty fucking badass, dude. That was dude, when I saw that, I felt that my heart sunk for Vince. I was like, this motherfucker was trying to make Pirates of the Caribbean with fucking wrestlers at the biggest stadium in Tampa Bay with a fucking pirate ship already there. Like, and now he's got to do it in a gym. Like, wow. I felt bad for Vince. I even watched like a little, I can't watch when there was no crowd.
It's different when there's no crowd. And we kind of talked about that too. When the last time we did the podcast, we kind of discussed that a little bit, you know, because having the crowd.
It was like a bad acting class.
It was like a bad acting class. And even with the TV screens, now it's just like what is that you're hearing, the audience? It's like recorded audio.
I don't know.
Because it's not from
fucking spoken for me for people on a video screen in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. Like this ain't fucking, Tron.
So Vance, let's just briefly discuss WrestleMania week because it's been long past. It's been a week. You know what I mean? It's already been a week. You said you enjoyed it. Obviously NXT TakeOver. I feel like we can both agree on this. Always a phenomenal show.
Always.
You know what I mean?
Always. Of course.
So what are some of your highlights from the weekend, dude?
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think of the 2-night WrestleMania? Are you a fan?
Honestly, to be honest with you, remember when I can't remember which WrestleMania it was. I think it was the one 3 years ago where
they did WrestleMania 2 nights.
No. It was, I think the main event had Becky Lynch in it, and then the match before it popped so hard, but then whatchamacallit, it was so late.
It was like midnight.
Everybody they were so exhausted by the time the main event happened that it just kind of died. Do you remember that? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
That was the one in New York.
The one in New York.
Were in the snow
everybody just kind of the energy just kind of left the building because
dude, it was like 18 hours.
Exactly. And when you think about it, Wrestle Kingdom is 2 nights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But the Super Bowl's 1 night.
Okay, but you know what? The Super Bowl is also not 18 million hours, Yeah,
but I don't like WrestleMania being 2 nights.
Really? Can I ask you why?
So here's the thing. I wake up on WrestleMania and it's like WrestleMania Sunday to me was like a fucking holiday. It was my Super Bowl Sunday. And I got to have it. And anything that I did that day was wrestling related. I wear wrestling shirts to the grocery store to get my fucking microwavable shit that I'm going to eat that day for WrestleMania. Right. And I would tell everybody about WrestleMania. Random people, the grocery store, fucking liquor
I did
store.
that. I actually did that.
All the time.
I can't remember where the fuck I was at. I think James and I were somewhere and the cashier said something and I was like, WrestleMania, baby. And he kind of just looked at me like, I can't remember where we were at when that happened. But he just kind of looked at me like, WrestleMania, huh? And I was just like, don't watch wrestling, huh? I felt like such a nerd. I was like, okay, whatever. What?
That's the fun part where you convert these fucking non-believers, you know?
But so,
WrestleMania is a 1-day thing. It's a WrestleMania day. It's stupid. You can't have a Super Bowl Saturday and a Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay, so here's
the double thing.
So you don't like the double thing. For me, here was the thing. I do agree with you on that point that WrestleMania, when you think of WrestleMania, you're like, it's this big event. They keep referring to it as the grandest stage. So it's like this huge fucking thing, right?
WrestleMania week with all the
so
media.
You want to sit there and enjoy the show in one fucking night. I totally get the allure for that, right? Yeah. I guess what I enjoyed about the 2-night thing was, it's kind of go at your own pace type thing. Okay. But I did realize something. After the first night was over, even with NXT TakeOver, but NXT TakeOver is never that long anyways. But with WrestleMania specifically, I remember after night 1, I was like, oh, wait, it's over. What the? It was kind of weird because
it was short.
Went by so quickly. But my problem was when night 2 happened, when the beginning kind of it was almost kind of like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know what I mean? It kind of just lost I don't want to say the excitement was lost, but it was almost kind of like, well, this is kind of weird because we just watched 1 night of wrestling the night before. And then the energy felt, I don't know if this was for you as well, but for me, the energy was kind of different. And then when you watch certain matches and then compare it to the night before, you're like, oh, like the Bianca Sasha match, for example, when you have a match like that and then you go into the next night and then you have that shitty women's tag match and you're like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate anything with Nia Jax.
Or are you saying you don't like her whole Vance?
I just don't like her. I think she hurts people. I think she's a mess. I don't think she has any drawing power whatsoever. Who the fuck has a Nia Jax t-shirt? You name one fucking person who owns a Nia Jax t-shirt.
Couldn't tell you.
Exactly. She doesn't draw. But Vince is like, oh yeah, she's like a
because it's nepotism, man.
Yeah.
Nepotism.
If you're
that's what it is.
You get pushed.
That's a whole different topic we're not even going to get into. But so I get what you're saying about the whole
you want 2 nights of fucking Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil hosting.
I could do with no nights with Hulk Hogan, to be honest.
I hate the WrestleMania host bullshit. Like starting with this Gronk thing and going now into Hulk Hogan. Even the New Day, like I get it, but put the New Day in a fucking match. You know,
They weren't a
I don't
match,
know.
fans.
I just think
They weren't a
WrestleMania-
match, fans.
I know they were in a match. But what I'm trying
Just
to say,
double.
they don't need to. Host
I get
the
it. I
show.
get it. I get it.
I don't think WrestleMania needs a host. It's a fucking sporting.
It's not the
event.
Academy Awards, is what you're saying.
No, put Billy Crystal out there if you really want to put a host. Anyways,
okay,
so I'm gonna stop ranting about WrestleMania.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You don't like the whole 2-night thing. I get it. I didn't mind it, but I totally actually understand your point. So,
but okay, so let me ask you a question. Did you like TakeOver being free Wednesday, and then did you like the 2-night takeover?
Did I like the 2-night takeover?
The concept, not the show itself, but like the concept of I have to watch Wednesday and then I have to watch Thursday if I want to see the championship match.
Honestly, I didn't even think about it in the time because, okay, let me just tell you something, Vance, okay? The week of WrestleMania was my spring break from school.
Oh, fuck off, Cruz.
So I didn't have any homework or anything. So I literally was all like, ooh, I got like 4 nights of wrestling to watch this week. So I didn't really mind it. You know what I mean? Maybe it would be different if like I had shit going on, but like honestly.
Yeah, like I work like, during the week like a normal person. And like, I can't fucking watch 2 nights of Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, old man, we get it. And I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just loved TakeOver on Saturday. They put an amazing show on, and then fucking Sunday's WrestleMania. And it's just like, you saw AAA, here's the big leagues. We kind of suck, but you know the name's better. Like shit like that.
I get it. No, trust me, I get it. Like I wouldn't have minded it if it would have been like the usual, but I also didn't mind it the way it was. But I can see your point. It's kind of like let's just get to it. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Let's talk about the highlights for us and the lowlights. We'll start with your highlight. What's your highlight of this year's, I guess, 2-night? Out of the 2 nights, you got to pick 1 or 2.
I got to pick 1? No. All
right,
let's just pick. Okay.
3.
Let's start with TakeOver. Okay.
Okay.
Walter. Is it Walter? It's not Walter. It's Walter.
It's Walter.
Walter? Wally? I was corrected the other day in saying that it was Volta. And I'm like, is it Volta?
He's Walter.
He German?
You're from fucking Vienna.
German?
But like,
anyways,
he's from Austria.
That fucking oh yeah, he is. So it is Volta. I can't even. It doesn't matter. Tommaso Ciampa versus Walter. That match was pretty fucking amazing. I thought the that was Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole was pretty fucking good. That was a crazy match, dude. That was a crazy fucking match.
Those were my 2 highlights.
Were those your 2 highlights as well?
Those are my 2 highlights. Although honestly, what'd you think of the finish with Walter and Ciampa? Because Walter, he doesn't like the chop on Ciampa though. Like, can this fucking guy chop like Karrion Kross? Like, is the chop the one-winged angel of NXT?
Oh my god!
United Kingdom.
So what did you think?
I love Walter. I love his theme music. Oh, everything about this guy.
He's a big dude.
I think he puts on phenomenal matches. Ciampa's a great guy to work with him. It was
Ciampa's great. Ciampa's great.
I love Ciampa.
So do I.
Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, this match had emotion. It had violence.
So much emotion, dude.
Dude, it was so good. But I mean, what do you expect? Like, these 2 guys are fucking 2 of the best. I think Kyle O'Reilly should have won the title.
I definitely they definitely put on a phenomenal fucking show. There were so many different moments where
even the Balor Karrion Kross match. I like that match a lot.
See, I mentioned this the other day where I actually did enjoy, like, okay, in all honesty, when has NXT TakeOver ever disappointed either of us? You can't really think of, like, when you look at like the main brands, right?
The ladder match. The ladder match was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. See, now I'm just remembering.
Now I'm forgetting because it's a cruiser.
Oh, Io Shirai lost her title too. I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
But dude, like you
A
can't
lot of
really
title
think
changes this
there was a
WrestleMania
lot. No,
takeover
there was a lot of
weekend.
title changes. But you know what though? There's like with NXT specifically, you can't really think of a match that was terrible. Like you mentioning the Balor match, that I actually enjoyed that match. A lot of
People hated
MMA
on it.
mixed with pro wrestling. What?
People are hating on it.
See, I mean,
I don't get it.
I'm kind of biased because Balor.
It was like a real fight.
I'm sad that he lost the belt, but you know what? Whatever. Congrats, Karrion Kross, I guess.
I like Karrion Kross, and I like Scarlett.
You just like Scarlett.
But I like Karrion Kross too.
But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good fight too.
Yeah.
But going into WrestleMania now.
Wait, what's your lowlights?
Oh, the lowlights. I knew I should have pulled up the card because now I can't fucking remember.
You blocked them from your memory.
I blocked them from my memory. Well, actually, no. You know what? The thing that sucks, Vance, is that there's so much fucking wrestling that legitimately, like what? It's Friday right now. Can you even remember SmackDown from a week ago? Because everything's so spread apart now. It's like,
let me see. SmackDown from a week ago, there was something involving Edge.
Okay.
Was he? I don't know.
No. No, it was WrestleMania. What am I even talking about? It was oh no, there was a SmackDown. My bad. There was a SmackDown last Friday. What am I talking about? Anyways, it doesn't matter. What were your lowlights for this? Because I have to think about it.
The only thing I could think of for NXT was like the pre-shows they had.
Well, I mean, if we want to go in that direction,
Dane and Drake Maverick, I think it's. I think
actually, now that you just reminded me, I totally forgot that match even happened.
No, I thought the tag match with I like these MSK guys.
I dude, they're great. They're great
or something or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're fucking awesome. It's weird because like I'll watch AEW and I'll be like, wow, they really do have the best tag teams like ever. And then you watch like a match with like the Grizzled Young Veterans and like MSK, and you're like, holy shit, there's like other tag teams out there that are pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just so used to the WWE. I don't know why, but I think that I compare AEW versus WWE more than NXT.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why. I just think of it that way. But anyways, okay.
WrestleMania. So, night one, I said this before and I'm sticking to it. I thought that the main event was the biggest highlight for me. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. They made history, Vance. They made history. We don't need to get into that whole fucking conversation, but I thought they put on a fucking great match, dude. I thought Sasha was going to retain. I would have been happy if either of them won, but I'm definitely happy for Bianca. And I guess we'll see what happens next, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we were saying, so many fucking title changes, dude. So there was that. And then I don't know, dude, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Between night one and night two WrestleMania, which was the better night for you? Night one or night two?
Oh, see, now I'm only trying to fucking remember of like which ones were which night. Okay, I'll tell you I'll if this helps.
Okay.
I really liked the main event triple threat.
So did I.
I really
and that
liked
was
that
night
match.
two. That was night two.
That was night two. Okay. I really like the Riddle match.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Riddle and Sheamus.
I think that was night one.
I like Cesaro and Seth Rollins.
Night two.
Let me think what else I like. I like Omos.
That dude
like
is massive.
Guy. Dude, that dude is massive. So big. He's so big.
Literally, someone would get thrown into him, and then he would just stand there like a brick wall.
Like, it's insane how big, and he's comparing it like to wrestlers. It's like, what the fuck? I liked Asuka versus Rhea Ripley too.
I did too. I did as well. Man, I just wish. I love Rhea Ripley. I love both of them. But I just feel so bad.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, that was night two as well.
That was
with the very unnecessary Logan Paul. But anyways.
Okay, I like Logan Paul.
Okay, you know what, Vance?
I've changed, Cruz.
I thought that you've grown. You just lost points on that. Anyways,
Oh no.
it's funny because when night 2 started, I felt like it started off so badly that I was like, oh my God, I feel like night 1 was the better night. Because look at the way they opened night 2, dude. And then they had the Fiend and then losing to fucking Orton.
What'd you think of that whole thing?
I
feel like you would like that.
Listen, I'm all about creepy fucking Alexa
creepy
Bliss with black.
Were on your thing.
What did you just say, Vance?
Creepy blondes was always your thing.
Just creepy in general, but yeah, no, I mean, like
the fucking ooze,
dude. Listen, aesthetically, sure, okay, but like fucking the Fiend losing, like you hype the Fiend for how long, dude? How long do you hype the Fiend coming back? How long,
Vance? What's fucked up?
How long do you hype the Fiend up only to get that?
Here's the problem. If you overhype the Fiend, you get Hell in a Cell versus Seth Rollins. If you underhype the Fiend, then you get Bray Wyatt. So like they really are kind of fucked with this whole Fiend thing. Like once they took the title off him and made him like a normal dude, I don't know. He's got to. I thought he was going to reinvent it with being the burnt Fiend and being all different and shit.
Okay, I gotta say, I don't like the crispy fried look, but go on.
What do you mean? He was so scary.
He looked like the creature from the Black Lagoon, dude. If they wanted to make it cool, they would have made it look like skin coming off and shit. Instead, he just looked like a crispy fried.
You gotta remember, they're under fucking lights and stuff, and it's not gonna look as great as if it had movie lighting. But I
don't know. That red light kind of fucks with you, though. Let me tell you.
I hate the red light. I hate
don't
the
like
red
the
light.
I think everybody can agree on that universally. But like I don't know. It was just fucking weird to me. It was like, dude, really? Like, really?
It's just too much. Like this is exactly what they did with fucking every angle ever, is they make it play out for way too goddamn long. I'll give you an example. Dolph Ziggler. Anything he's involved in is 18 fucking matches. Anything with the Usos feud with the same people for fucking 18 matches. Like they're starting to do it now at Riddle. Like, I hate when they do this shit and they drag it on and then you just don't give a fuck. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
She's Sister Abigail now? Is that what they're trying to tell me?
I think that's what they're trying. That's what the
cheerleader from NXT became Sister Abigail.
That's where they're going with it. Looks like that's where it looks like they're going with it, dude. But
at least give her the fucking fucked up face and the fucked up makeup.
That'd be dope.
Bloody neck.
I'm all for it. Let's go. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Let's go. No, but so like, that happened and I was just like, what, you know what I mean? And then they fucking what match?
I had very low expectations after WrestleMania started the second night.
See, that's what I'm saying. That is just kind of set the tone for the night. Because they fucking opened with didn't they open with
McIntyre?
Lashley and McIntyre. They opened with Lashley and McIntyre.
Great explosive match.
And it's like we kind of had this conversation on the other podcast about how like why open with this match? I'm curious your thoughts on this, Vance, because
I thought it was brilliant.
So you like the fact that they opened with it because you have to open strong. It's WrestleMania, right?
Think of it this way. Drew McIntyre wins the title in a gym, right? The next year, he gets to be the first competitor in front of that crowd. And that's kind of like his fucking, redemption. And then he loses. Wasn't expecting that. Lashley just shows how much of a fucking unstoppable fucking god he is with the lightning and the fucking fireworks, and I'm the almighty and Jesus at his side. And it's just, I loved the way WrestleMania started. I was so fired up. At first, they show the fucking pirate video from 2 years ago, which I would fucking die over. I pull her in. I'm like, you gotta fucking see this. Roman Reigns is a pirate. So they get through the intro, and then that's the first match. I was like, fucking, they're really going to try and do it this year. They're going to go all the way. And I was like really into it. And then the fucking second night, I saw they played the same fucking pirate intro. At this point, I've seen it 3 times now. I've seen it 3 times.
Right. Yeah. I
don't need to see it again. It's over. And they go into this fucking Fiend thing where they got a big music box and fucking Randy Orton's entrance is 30 fucking minutes. You're Randy Orton, not The Undertaker. I don't need to see this for 30 minutes. And then they roll the fucking package. I'm like, you made me watch Randy Orton for 30 minutes and now you're going to show me the package?
Yeah.
And then you're going to make me have the Fiend's interest with the drones were cool with the names and shit. I'm a sucker for that shit. You know that.
Yes.
So then there was no match. And then fucking Alexa Bliss, I was like, okay. So they blew their load in the first night. They ended with Bianca. Everything else is going to suck. They'll probably put the fucking belt on Jey Uso somehow. Like, it's just, I was very low expectations. And then I forget the match was after that. And I think it was a shittier match. I think it was the tag match. It was the female tag match. Terrible match. Fucking all over the place. These guys looked like amateurs out there.
Well, it was sloppy. Involved. It was sloppy as fuck.
But then Cruz, Cesaro and Seth Rollins.
That was a pretty solid match, though.
They restored my faith in Wrestlemania.
That was pretty solid. Match.
And then after that, it was like Big E's match and Sami Zayn and
the Nigerian drum fight that nobody knew what the fuck a Nigerian drum fight was.
Dude, we're not going to talk about that. But like all the good matches they got the shit out of the way.
Right.
Which brings me to my next point.
Okay.
This could have been one night. You take out the Hulk Hogan bullshit. You take out Show Me the Same Package over and over again. And you take out the first 3 matches and you got one night.
Another thing too is that, like the weather was not in their favor. I mean, like they overcame
the rain delay.
And it didn't even really because you remember that. Was it day 1 or day 2? Night 1 or night 2?
Day 1 didn't start for like 40 minutes.
No, because did you notice how they kept just doing random promos?
They were doing just to kill time.
Shit. They were just to kill time.
What? Those promos were the best promos those guys have done.
You want to know why?
I feel like they weren't scripted.
Yes, that's exactly why, Vance. That's exactly why, though.
Yep.
That's exactly why. Because it's not scripted. It's real. It's genuine. Even if they fumble on their words, it's still genuine. That's what makes it fucking real. Especially because, a lot of wrestlers, they're not actors. You know what I mean? Even though they do act.
Yeah.
They're not actors. So when you tell them, hey, talk about this, this, and this, they can come out there and talk about this, this, and this without having to be told what to say and make it sound genuine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm totally there with you on that one. But to continue night 2, that main event, dude, can I ask you, who did you think was going to win? Who was your prediction? Because we never talked about predictions
for night 2.
For night 2, specifically the triple threat, the main event. Who did you think was going to win?
Honestly,
Daniel Bryan, Edge, or did you think Reigns was going to retain?
I thought they're going to put Edge. I thought they're going to.
A lot of people thought Edge, and it's fucked up because I thought that Reigns was going to retain, but I went with Daniel Bryan for my prediction because they always throw you for a weird loop, right? WWE.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm probably going to be wrong, which I was, but I was like, I'm going to give it to Daniel Bryan. You know what I mean? Like, it's his last fucking year. Fuck it. We've seen crazier things. You know what I mean? Of course I was wrong and Reigns did retain, but whatever. Womp womp.
So who do you think's going to take the belt off Reigns?
Well, I mean,
who are they building?
The question is how much longer is he going to hold the title?
Well, he's had it for a fucking long time now.
Do you think, isn't Lesnar supposed to come back?
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, isn't that something that's been kind of discussed?
I have no idea. Maybe they released these 15 guys to get Lesnar back. Who knows? I don't know, dude. But I don't know. I've been thinking about this. Like, who's going to take the belt off Reigns?
Because here's the thing. The last, I can't remember which pay-per-view it was. Was it Elimination Chamber? I can't remember. Where they were kind of building up Cesaro. And I remembered thinking, oh, is he going to win? I think it was Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, Cesaro. Because it was like whoever won was going to, get a chance at the title, right? A title shot.
Right.
And I remembered thinking, oh, it's probably going to be Cesaro. Wasn't. And I think I actually predicted Daniel Bryan then too, instead of Cesaro, but it was around the time when they were kind of pushing Cesaro, you know what I mean? And the fact that he beat Rollins kind of makes sense. I mean, if that's who they're where they're going with it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Building towards. I hope so, because Cesaro is the best worker in that company.
He is. He's a great worker. Are you kidding me?
He's
great wrestler, great worker,
amazingly strong. She's just so good. So yeah, I totally think Cesaro would be it, but I don't think Vince can get Cesaro.
I feel like honestly, with Reigns retaining, it almost feels like he's just gonna hang on to that title for a while, Vance.
Probably.
Honestly,
so Ronda Rousey comes back.
Oh, okay. Hey man, I'm all for it. Have Rousey come in and take the title.
No, but it's just weird. Like, I don't know how they're booking. I mean, I didn't watch SmackDown tonight because it's on right now. But I don't know. Maybe they're building an angle.
2 hours. What were you saying?
We'll see what the angle is that they're building towards. But I mean, the next couple pay-per-views until he ain't gonna lose it before SummerSlam.
No,
that's for sure.
No.
So they'll have a couple of feuds here and there, but I don't know who it's gonna be. Maybe Lesnar.
I don't know.
Face Lesnar.
See, that's another thing too, though.
And
like,
Paul Heyman.
How many heels won that weekend, dude?
I'm just hoping they don't do a fucking double turn with Heyman and Lesnar.
Oh God, yeah. No.
And then Reigns becomes a face again.
That'd be kind of weird. That'd be kind of weird.
So it's gonna be weird. I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty crazy. But I think we should jump ship now and talk about something we have been watching through the entire pandemic.
I like how you stayed thematic there, Vance. There's that word again.
All right, Cruz. I'm
sorry, I had to.
Thematic music. Can you play some thematic music behind this?
Yes. Dun dun dun.
Let's talk about AEW in general. Let's do a quick rundown of what we think is good in AEW and what we think is bad in AEW right now. Because I can't remember what the fuck happened on Wednesday too much.
I did not watch on Wednesday because I had homework. But because the going over Galaxy has not hurt us in a while, and I've kind of spoken about this before with AEW. For the longest time, I felt very strongly about how they lacked in their women's division. Okay, and then we had that match that followed the match that is on your shirt, Vance. And those that aren't watching, you're wearing the exploding barbed wire deathmatch shirt.
6 stars
from AEW's pay-per-view. What was that pay-per-view called? Fuck, I'm blanking.
Double or Nothing.
No, it was not Double or Nothing.
Out. No. Full Gear.
Vance.
No, it's the other one. Damn it. Revolution? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What the hell was the name of the
It doesn't matter. It was their what?
All Out.
No, it was not All Out. I think it was Revolution.
All In.
No, Revolution. Vance, is it on your shirt? Look at your shirt. It doesn't matter. The Wednesday. It is Revolution. The Wednesday night show that followed that pay-per-view. I mean.
Yes. I know where you're going with this.
They had 2 women main event that night.
Thunder Rosa.
Oh yeah, Thunder Rosa.
I love her music.
Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker, dude. And I never really gave a fuck about Britt Baker before this night. Because like I said, I really felt strongly about the women's division in AEW, like just kind of lacking a little bit. And man,
why do you not like Sheeta?
No, don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of talented female wrestlers on their roster, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not like the last maybe not recently, but before, you know what I mean? Like when they first started, because this is something that we haven't really talked about on the podcast because it's been like a year, you know what I mean? So I'm just talking about in general with first watching AEW and just feeling. You see what I'm saying? I felt very strongly about how there was just something lacking in the women's division.
Kind of.
There wasn't really anything pulling me in with the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Like the Big Swole Britt Baker thing. That was
there was just so much shit that I was just kind of like, whatever. And after their pay-per-view Revolution, and for those that are listening, I'm sure You probably watched it, and I'm sure you have the same feelings we do about that main event between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega in that exploding.
6 stars.
Don't listen to Vance. Don't listen to Vance.
Listen,
Did you really think? Are you doing a
Eddie
bit?
Kingston cleared everything up. He said, you were like my brother out there. I
Right.
jumped on like a brother.
Should we just talk about this for a second? Since
let's talk about the 6-star match that you guys fucking hated.
No,
That
listen,
match,
dude.
You're telling me take out the shitty explosion, okay? What'd you think of that match? Besides the pyrotechnic bullshit, the psychology of that match.
Well, when you put it like
match.
that, because when I discussed the last time I discussed this match specifically, my whole qualm with it was, oh my God, the pyro. And I'm not just talking about the ending. I'm talking about like when you look at
the bombs sucked.
Yeah, when you touch the fucking rope, dude, like what is that? It's barely a firecracker.
That's how Japanese. That's how they do it in Japan. Is if you touch the rope, everything explodes.
No, but it really explodes, not like a firecracker. That's my point. So it's like, I might not have seen very many fucking death matches in my day, but I've seen enough clips and stuff, when I did my research. Okay.
Cruz, you know what we should do? We should have an episode where we watch death matches and you just react.
We should totally do that.
Like exploding. I
was actually supposed to do a fucking reaction video that I have not done yet, but we should totally just do it together because that'd be funny. Maybe even live stream it. Hey, for those listening.
So the pyrotechnics was the big concern with you?
Okay, so overall, if we take out the pyrotechnics and all that, okay,
yeah,
like I thought it was a pretty good match. I didn't think it was like phenomenal, you know what I mean?
I know. I don't really think it was 6 stars.
I didn't think it was phenomenal by any means, but I thought that Jon Moxley's great. Kenny Omega is great. I even dug Kenny Omega's outfit that he wore. He was wearing that shirt and those I think he was wearing jeans, which was kind of weird because you never see Kenny Omega.
Because it's a death match. You show up in your street clothes ready to death people.
Exactly. But okay, since we're talking about the pyrotechnics and all that, well, we weren't, but now we are. The one issue that I had at the end. Okay, now granted, in Eddie Kingston's defense, okay, when he covered when he covered Jon Moxley, and he couldn't see anything because he was covering him.
He couldn't see exactly.
So he probably just heard it go off, but didn't realize it didn't go off like it should. So he continued the bit of like, oh, I'm passed out or whatever. If he was smart and actually saw what happened, or if someone whispered to him something, the way I would have done it if it was me is I would have stood up and been like, that's it. You know what I mean? And kind of just did a bit, make it funny. You know what I mean? Like, haha, right. Like make it funny. But instead he was so dramatic that you're like, dude, what are you doing? They didn't even do a replay, Vance, because it was so awful. You're like, what the fuck? And then Eddie Kingston is lying on the ground acting like he's dead. And you're like, oh my God, is Eddie Kingston okay?
Why is Eddie Kingston missing a leg? What?
Like, is he all right? Someone call 911. No, but, so all the pyro side, I thought it was a great match. A lot of people shit on it. I thought it was great. Just if you want to take out of the equation, the shitty pyro and all that. Yeah, it was great. I didn't think it was phenomenal, but I didn't think it was terrible. You know what I mean? But the Wednesday night that followed, it was, I don't know if they did this on purpose or what, but whatever the case may be, they really redeemed themselves from that match with the match that I was about to mention. And that was Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. Cause dude, holy fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Unbelievable. Britt's an amazing worker. Britt's amazing.
She is. Like, and she's Adam Cole's
how you don't.
Adam Cole's wife.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
Their baby, the best of both worlds. What? But no, I mean, she's amazing on the mic. She's hilarious.
Hear what she said about Mick Foley? Did you hear what she said about Mick Foley?
Yeah. She's hardcore, man. She's more hardcore than Mick Foley. Like, I love how she breaks Tony Schiavone's balls. Now they're best friends, but not really. Like, I think she's great. I can't wait till she gets the strap. I don't know if I want to see her and Sheeta in that kind of a blood feud, I'd love to see Thunder Rosa take the NWA belt off Serena Deeb and then feud over the NWA title. I would love to see that. But I mean, Britt's awesome, dude. She's so good. I think that, you know, she's been very, very undervalued along with the whole women division. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Avalon. Avalon was great. She was like their fiend.
Yeah, then, whatever. Because I don't even think we've seen her in a minute.
No, I mean, you'd remember. It
almost kind of feels like AEW just keeps getting new peeps. It's like,
well, you know what I think it is? I think that they rush through the developmental to see how they do on Dynamite, and then you don't see him for a while. And it's like, wait a minute, what happened to the fucking lady who spit blood all over herself? Like, it's I don't know why they do that. They do it a lot with the fucking Nightmare family. Like, I'm assuming that this factory is going to disappear eventually. Like, it's just going to.
Well, I didn't watch Wednesday night, but I heard a little rumor that Mike Tyson is now part of the Inner Circle.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Tyson Ranch is now occupied by the Inner Circle.
New people, man. People just.
But you know what's cool though? Like Jade Cargill, I think she is the fucking better than Charlotte.
She's damn, them some fighting words, bro.
I would love to see Charlotte versus Jade Cargill. I think Jade Cargill.
Are you doing a fantasy booking right now? Jade Cargill versus
Jade Cargill versus Charlotte would be that would be a match to watch.
Can I just be a fly on the wall? Because I would totally be down to watch that, if you know what I'm saying.
There we go. Cruz has this confused with her other podcast. But no, seriously, like, she's amazing. I think that the new talent they bring in, I mean, look what they did with Darby Allin.
Oh, dude, I'm loving the whole, you know, that was another thing too. The match between
look at Sting.
Darby Allin and Sting, that I know it was a cinematic match for Revolution because I was at Revolution.
Brilliant.
I actually enjoyed that a lot. Darby Allin, man,
better than the Boneyard.
He fucking just gives zero fucks about his safety.
True. Boneyard match or that street fight?
No, that street fight for sure. 100%.
Dude, that street fight with the fucking.
My only issue with that street fight.
Marching out and shit.
My only issue with that street fight. My only. My only issue with that street fight was could have done without the commentary. That was kind of weird. It was a little weird having commentary. But
then again, do you really want to hear?
All right, listen, Vance, listen. When it's something is cinematic. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Like, remember the Edge Randy Orton greatest match in the world ever match? Where they did that?
Oh.
And they did.
Oh. Oof. All right. We don't need to hear. All righty.
I kind of like the commentary parts. I wasn't going to lie.
So you actually don't mind the comment. I guess it was just weird because like
I didn't like it in the beginning. In the intro, it's like shut the fuck up. I want to see the My Chemical Romance video.
Well, especially because of the way it opens. If it's gonna open the way it opened, you know, it was like so beautifully shot.
I just love how JR's like, man, that is a lot of people. Like JR was definitely watching that for the first time. He was like, he's got a what is that, a window? Is that a window?
Yeah, I wonder if they did that on purpose to get their like natural reactions. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you can get that out of JR naturally.
Maybe not.
Anymore.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, that's
so.
That's
Yeah,
JR
you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many different things going on in the world of wrestling, dude.
Wrestling. I mean, we didn't even talk about Impact. I might actually order an Impact pay-per-view this Sunday or Saturday.
Interesting. No, speaking of Impact, Vance, one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning of the show. You know, talking about what we've been doing, where we've been. You know, I recently joined a faction, Vance.
What?
Yes, it's called the CWO.
CWO.
Torturing World. Cockball torturing world, or I can't remember now. God damn it! I just ruined the bit.
You know what faction is?
What? I forgot what the C stands for.
I have no idea.
Cockball Torturers World Order. Anyways, I did a pay-per-view. I did Talkin' Shop Mania 2 with the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows, and He doesn't go by Anderson anymore when they're Machine Gun Anderson.
Machine Gun Carl Anderson. He's still Carl Anderson, I think.
Is he still Carl? I forgot. I keep forgetting. I know
They
it's
still say
Gallows
Anderson
that
and
changed his
Gallows.
name. Yeah, but no, I did Taco Top Mania too with the Good
I think
Brothers.
they're saying Luke Gallows. No, I don't know. Are they
No.
saying Doc
It's
Gallows?
Doc Gallows now. It's not Luke Gallows. It's Doc Gallows.
Oh,
We should get him on the podcast.
We
We
should
can talk about it. But
That's something we could tell our fans, or as we like to call them, the Going Over universe, about maybe the future of this podcast.
that's right, because I know you guys are probably listening right now and thinking, oh,
When
Jesus,
can I hear this again?
We're probably not going to hear from them for another year. They're going to just disappear after this. But no, so for those of you that are listening or watching, you know, we love the enormous amount of love that we keep. I mean, I guess love is the word for it, right, fans? Because I feel a lot of love when people message me.
I light up. I start glowing. I grab my fiance and I'm like,
they love me.
I told you somebody cares about my show.
No, but like, you know, like honestly, the fact that it's been almost a year and people are like, when are you putting out a new episode? Because that's the most common question I get is like, when are you putting a new episode? Or is it done? People always ask, like, are you guys done for good? Like, what's happening? Which is why I choose my words wisely.
What happened to you and Cruz? Like something had to
something happened between us.
This up somehow.
Should we do like a fake fight and, you know, virtually?
Should we blame it on that?
You know, and be like, rain? Fuck you, Vance.
Dude, should we do a Twitter feed? We'll talk about it after.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll do you know, we'll do a
maybe we'll do a Twitter feud.
A Twitter feud, and then but really
I'll write a diss track.
So for those of you guys that have been sending your lovely messages to both Vance and myself in regards to whether or not we're coming back and if we're done for and how you miss us or you love us or whatever. We appreciate you guys so much.
And just hate us. If you hate us, they listen.
No, Vance, nobody hates us. Stop it. No, so we have decided that we're going to continue going over. I mean, that was always the plan, but because we're both on opposite ends of the country and because we both have varying schedules, we don't want to make promises we can't keep, like, oh, tune in every week, right? So what we're doing is we're continuing the podcast, but we're going to be doing special episodes when special things happen, but also we kind of want to do Vance, you want to tell them what we're thinking about doing?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to overpromise and underdeliver, just like we always do. So that way you guys don't have any high expectation. Wait, no, we're going to underpromise, but over-deliver. So, because we don't know if we're going to do a weekly thing, possibly a monthly thing. We're looking at monthly. We're looking at monthly
because that seems more stable.
Maybe even bi-weekly. Who knows? We're still working.
I like anything that's bi. So
monthly. So monthly is probably where we're going to be. So here's the thing. Instead of reviewing the week in wrestling and you guys being like, oh shit, I don't want to hear him talk about fucking Roman Reigns again.
Right.
We're going to do something a little different because that's what we're known for, Cruz. We're known for innovating.
This is true.
So here we go. Going over goes vintage. See it pop up on the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Make it pop on the screen, right?
Yep. Going over goes vintage.
So yeah, see it pop up on the screen? Going over goes vintage.
So
what
going over goes vintage. We kind of want to look at watch past pay-per-views, past
or death matches,
old pay-per-views, old WrestleManias. Nitros. What's that, Vance?
Old Nitro, Saturday night main
all
events.
all the things, taking it way back because as most of you guys already know, if you've been listening to this podcast since the beginning of time, I watched wrestling as a kid, but when I got into my teenage years, I kind of didn't really follow it. And then I became an adult and got back into it. So there's a lot of stuff that I missed in that whole bulk of years that I didn't watch wrestling. So the initial plan that me and Vance had years ago when we first started this podcast was to branch out and do and do what? It was years
It's been
ago,
years.
right?
You're right. I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude.
holy shit.
Do a Going Over Goes Vintage where we talk about, past stuff and review it. Additionally, we might actually do a thing for I don't want to use I'm not going to use that word. Fuck it. I don't want to promise anything, but there's a possibility that we're going to be starting something different where we'll be doing a live stream. Now, we did do live streams. The last couple episodes that we did almost a year ago, Vance, were live streamed, right? We live streamed on Twitch.
Yes, they were.
But we're going to do something for special members. It's going to like Vance's jacket, members only. Members only
You
live
can get
stream.
one of these.
Where you can like comment and chat with us and stuff, kind of like what we did on Twitch, but it's going to be a little bit more private. Members
and more
only
input.
type situation.
Like it's going to be more input. Like we want to know what you guys want us to watch. We
Exactly.
want to know, we want you guys to be there with us for like a watch along. Let's do that. Let's have a little party. That could be fun. A going over party. We'll do it on an off night of wrestling, which is never. So we're going to have to miss a show. We'll probably do it during like a SmackDown.
Or Raw.
We'll do it on a Monday.
Do you remember when Raw? Vance, do you remember when Raw was better than SmackDown? Now it's kind of flip-flop. It's like Raw kind of sucks now and like SmackDown is better.
I'm kind of thinking because Raw is just fucking get Bad Bunny and I don't know. And all
Did you just say Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Dude.
I wasn't a big fan.
Listen.
Wasn't a fan of Bad Bunny.
Not in the WrestleMania? Not even in WrestleMania? At WrestleMania?
He was all right, WrestleMania. He was, I understand they used the tag rope. I'm very proud of him for using the tag rope. But, it's just like, I'm done with these celebrity cameos.
Okay, but listen,
AEW is doing the same thing
listen. Let's talk about this for a second because we did talk about WrestleMania. So let's just keep it going for a minute.
Okay.
That match, okay. When I knew that match was on the card, I legitimately was like, this is going to be a bathroom break, grab a snack, fucking don't pay attention to kind of match, right? But as it was playing, I was like, oh shit, Bad Bunny is putting in work, dude. Like,
no, I mean, listen, he's like Stephen Amell. Like they're doing their thing, but like
Stephen Amell, nice reference.
Watch wrestling to watch wrestlers.
Wow. So, okay.
The Miz and John Morrison. Okay. The Miz and John Morrison are a fucking amazing tag team, right? Damian Priest. He's okay. He's pretty good. He's okay. But like, I don't know. I just rather have seen like the Miz and John Morrison versus like MSK or like a cool tag team or like something different,
That's a fair point.
But I guess it's WrestleMania.
Well, they always have to have that. I mean, like it's think about past WrestleManias where they had a celebrity match or a celebrity bit. You know what I mean? Where it was just, that was all it was just a bit. You know what I mean? Like those dudes from SNL. Remember when they had the dudes from SNL at WrestleMania and it was they were just kind of running around? Oh my
God, Colin Jost.
I don't even know if I can say his fucking name, but it doesn't matter. But do you remember that? Like that's what I'm talking about. And when you look at that match, and I've never heard Bad Bunny's music. Don't really care. But
I've like Dakatiki.
All right.
But
anyways, my point being is I didn't give a fuck about this match before it happened, but then when it happened, I was like, oh my God. Like I was actually kind of surprised with Bad Bunny's like skills, I guess, because he's not a wrestler, but he actually took initiative and actually cared enough to train and put on an actual performance. Like he actually was
the guy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I totally respect the guy. I just think that.
But you didn't care for the match regardless? Like you were just like, whatever?
Over these celebrity things. I'm just over these celebrity things. Like with Shaq, I think, not Shaq, Tyson. I think they're overdoing Tyson over there now. Like, I don't know. I'm trying not to bitch, but, I want to watch wrestling. And that involves wrestlers.
Well, all right then. All righty then.
So, Cruz, I don't know if you know this, but
you're almost out of champagne.
It is. No.
What time is it, Vance?
It's time for the news.
Boom. All right.
Cruz, the big news. Let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
let's go through a full list right now of who the WWE has released. We got
Go on.
Mickey James, Bo Dallas,
Wow.
Mojo Rawley, Wesley Blake, Chelsea Green, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, and Samoa fucking Joe.
Which is crazy because, Samoa Joe was on commentary for a while.
And Byron Saxton is still employed. There is no God, Cruz.
So I mean, like they're doing some massive. They're doing some massive spring cleaning, Vance.
For what? For what? The billions of dollars they made selling themselves to a fucking bird?
Oh, Peacock.
You can't afford Samoa Joe, the best commentator you have besides, well, I guess they just put Pat McAfee in, so we'll see how he does. But Samoa Joe is awesome. You keep Byron Saxton? What the fuck? I can't wait till he goes to AEW. 90 days. My timer is fucking ticking.
You think that he's going to go to AEW?
Oh, if he doesn't go to AEW, I just got a bigger heart on because now he's in New Japan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you think Peyton Royce will end up at
Suzuki,
AEW?
Samoa Joe?
Do you think your girl Peyton Royce will end up in AEW because her hubby is there?
Absolutely.
Because of her hubs.
Dude, you need a woman in the Pinnacle.
Oh.
The Pinnacle pinup. Book it. Tony, call me.
What else is in the news, Vance?
Oh, that's what we're talking about? Okay. Also in the news, let's talk about the fact that we talked about a little bit. Pat McAfee has now joined the SmackDown commentary team. Thoughts on that, Cruz? Okay.
I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care. You know who I miss in commentary, Vance?
Is it
Mauro Ranallo?
Well, Cruz, that brings me to my next piece of news.
That's what I thought.
According to the internet, the commentator for Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann, title versus title, where Kenny Omega will win, is going to be Mauro Ranallo.
Miss him in NXT, but pretty
he was
stoked.
So good. I'm gonna fucking light up like a Christmas tree. His first Mamma Mia.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? That's what I miss. That's the best.
All his pop culture references. I haven't seen someone make bad decisions like that
since.
I can't think of anybody.
Since
Alex Rodriguez for divorcing
what's her
J-Lo.
fucking name?
Lindsay Lohan.
Courtney. What the
Courtney
fuck?
Love.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Love was the name I was thinking of, but
Courtney Shields. I don't know.
How do you feel about Pat McAfee being on commentary?
I listen to his podcast every now and then. I think he's pretty good. I think I don't know how Vince is going to do with him because he's not the kind of guy who doesn't really speak his mind. He's got Vince in his ear now. I mean, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he has Hunter in his ear. Who knows? Other news, Davey Boy Smith Jr., who looks exactly like his dad, but bald, is in serious contract negotiations with World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, I would like to see him in there.
Interesting. Okay.
I think that could be really interesting. The thing I like most about him is, I mean, here's the thing. You put this guy in WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a big, muscle-bound dude. He's kind of like Otis, but like in shape, and nothing like Otis. Actually, he's nothing like Otis.
You're like, he's like Otis, but in shape.
My
okay, Vance,
whole
that's
train of thought left.
That is an oxymoron. What you just said. He's like Otis, but in shape. What?
Anyways, that is your news, Cruz. Oh,
Oh.
you know what? I have news. I have news.
What's your news?
I'm going to Dynamite
When?
September 8th. I had tickets last April. Then they
God damn.
changed it to this July or last July. And now it's September 8th.
So it was supposed to be July and then they pushed it to September. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Damn,
cannot
dude, jelly.
wait.
I mean,
Dude, I
we
can't be in a wrestling crowd
saw
again.
AEW's first ever pay-per-view together. So I guess, there's that.
Dude,
But
we saw the inception of AEW.
the inception. Yes.
We saw AEW before it was AEW.
This is
When it
true.
was-
This is true. This is very, very true. Well, Vance,
And
I
listen,
think
we'll be going again to whatever shows are in Vegas or Los Angeles because there's no reason for you to come out here for wrestling. I need to go there. Go there.
yes. Do it. Do it.
Here's-
Do
I'll
it.
blink twice. You order the plane ticket.
Okay, Vance, blink twice if you need me to send for you. Man, this was great, Vance. I'm really happy that we were able to put on a show
Yes.
post WrestleMania. We got to talk about some things that's happened in the past year since we've been gone. I hope that the Going Over Galaxy is happy to have us back. And I hope you guys still
Well,
like us after
sound
listening
off.
to this episode.
We
Sound
want
off.
them to sound off.
In the
You know,
comments
now-
below.
Or DM me again. It's nice to get a DM every now and then now.
I think what Vance is trying to say, guys, is that he likes it when you guys power slide into his DMs.
I do. Wait, what? Power slide. That sounds terrible. Listen, I want everybody to know something, okay? And this is a quote by the late, great Ted Turner. We won't be signing off until the world ends. We'll be on and we'll cover the end of the world live, and that'll be our last event. We'll play.
Damn.
It gets religious after that. You don't even want to hear it, but that's us, Cruz.
That is us.
We
God damn it.
aren't going nowhere.
Hell yeah. So for
We're
those
just
of you
gonna-
listening, if you guys want to give us your feedback and let us know what you would like to hear from us, since we're not going to be doing this every week, we're looking at once a month and with the possibility of doing some live streams occasionally sprinkled here and there. So let us know what you guys want. Maybe you have some suggestions for some vintage show. It doesn't matter what brand it's from.
What brand, what show. I'll watch fucking Funaki.
We'll watch all the things. So hit us up. Vance, where can we find you on social media?
I mean, now you can find me at Stevie Car Wash. Real life, crossing over.
And you can find me. Just go to anniecruz.com. Anniecruz.com. Go to social media. All my links are there. All the things are there. Of course, you can find us at Going Over Podcast on the gram, at Going Over Pod on Twitter. And we have some exciting stuff coming up for you guys. I'm really happy that we're back together again. The dynamic duo is back, Vance. Yes, we are.
Dude,
That's,
I am so excited to be back. This is making me so happy. I've finished this entire bottle of champagne. I feel great.
Man,
and
I'm
I
not
can't
even on
wait
his
to do
level.
this again.
Me either. And on that note, Vance, this is Cruz the Crusher going over and out.
And this is that guy Vance. And it's been swell, but the swelling's gone down.
You might want to get that looked at, Vance.